Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to Take the Initiative. We've got the last of the top four here. This match is going to determine who makes the finals. Not for the reason normally, though, because this is we did a modified format this season. So we did round robin, basically. But kind of trilogy inspired. So everyone sent in 3 different decks, and they had to play a round robin using each of the decks once. And then the top 2 players after that are going to play again in basically a straight trilogy format where you ban one deck and have to win with the other 2. The finals. And so the top 2 players from this round robin are going to make that. Here's where things are right now. Jarol going into this is 2-0. Dux is 0-3, so he's out of it. Wayun is 2-1, and Rico is 1-1. And so the way this is going to end up working is that if Jarol wins, the finals is going to be Jarol versus Wayun. And if UncleRico wins, the finals is going to be a rematch of this tier match, UncleRico versus Jarol. So Jarol's in either way. So he can rest easy. But Rico, his tournament life is dependent on this one. So let's take a look at these deck lists. I'm actually really excited to see both of these. This is UncleRico's Cassian Data Vault, which in my early testing was kind of insane, but then hasn't really caught on because I think something like Sabine or Hantu ECL, most people think it's just better. But Rico thinks this one's got enough promise to play here, so we'll see how it ends up doing. And then this is, I'm going to give these guys the go-ahead to start drawing up. This is Jarol's version of Dedra, which he calls Dedra Soft Control. He's running a lot more units than a lot of the versions of this deck I've seen, but yeah, like interestingly, he's got no Fell the Dragons in there, or takedowns, which you'd kind of expect. So it's definitely not hard control, but it's not quite aggro either. So running lots of units and some interesting ones. Lando Savaggio Press. He's back on Child Sons, and he's on like 1-drops. So I'm excited to see how this one works. Dedra being able to draw cards built in can be pretty strong. So looks like he is going to open with one of those 1-drops and get to use the Dedra ability. Oh, come on. Oh. Not what I'm trying to do. Okay, there we go. So it looks like Sabine took the damage here. Which then Cassian, after attacking, protects her from getting eaten by the Squavian. So I guess we probably just see a pass from Jarol. Maybe he hits base with the Squava. And then plays the open fire into whatever Rico's play is this turn. It's going to be what's the name of that card? Valiant Commando. And yep, just going to get open fired. And Sabine's just going to get in there. Jarol picks up a Death Trooper, which can finally kill that Sabine if he wants, and then he still gets to use the Dedra. So he's going to use the Dedra first, actually. And Rico's going to give him the card draw here. It looks like Rico going to space here with the A-Wings. See if there's Death Trooper. Actually, it's going to put the damage on the Guava. And then go to base with the Guava. And Jarol gets to deploy Dedra here. Her ability's online, so she gets raid 2. Or it's raid 2, right? Yeah, for having more cards in hand than Jarol. But those A-Wings are going to be a challenge. Jarol's just going to have to fire off the power of the dark side to kill the A-Wing that already attacked. Rico is going to drop a Poe. That's a massive threat. Like, to kill that, Jarol would have to, like, crash a bunch of things into it. Yeah, so he is. He's going to crash Dedra. And then one of these weenies, I guess. Gonna be the Death Trooper to preserve, prevent Rico from getting the card draw there. So now we're on to the Cassian flip turn. So this is where Enrico does have initiative, which is super important. So this is where he can start making big plays. Go ahead and just get in for 3 while he can here. And Jarol's spending 6 for Vigilance, I guess. So yeah, he can go Vigilance, clear, and then he gets to take the initiative and immediately deal with the Cassian with one of his units next turn. So he's going to take a 6er this turn. And, ooh, Cinta. That's big. So now, even though, like, Jarol can claim and deal with this Cassian, like, Cinta's still going to be a menace. Super Laser Blast picked up. Bit too early for that. It's still going to be good. So Joe's he's actually got 2 ways of dealing with this Cassian. He can crash a unit, or he can go Ruthless Raider. If he's thinking about Super Laser Blasting next turn, like, crashing a unit seems like the better move. But we'll see. Yeah, so he is going to crash here. Kill the Cassian. Which, if you don't remember what Cassian does, he can't be defeated while you have the initiative. Or not while you have the initiative. Yeah, no, it is while you have the initiative. So Cinta going to get in with the Fleet Lieutenant. Should be +2 from the Fleet Lieutenant. Yeah. That's tough. So now Jarol's got to decide, does he want to play for the Super Laser Blast, or is he going to go for a Childson here? It's not an ECL deck, so the risks of going Childson are considerably less. He's going to get in with the Guava here. And there's Karis Nemec from Rico. That makes Super Laser Blast a bit less tempting. He is also potentially still thinking about this Ruthless Raider. But I don't know. I'm tempted to go, very tempted to go Snoke or Childson into Snoke here if I'm Jarol. Well, actually, Childson's only a 4/4 here. Oh, he's going to ping Nemec with... That is a risky move, I would say. It does, to me, imply that he's deciding to go for a Super Laser Blast. Honorable Sacrifice is going to make that 4 from the... from the spy token. So yeah, definitely a risky play to ping that Namek. I think he might have presumed that Rico would give him the card, and then he would, if it's blue, he'd have an extra health on the Childson. But it looks like it would have been red anyway. Devastator picked up. That's actually not bad here. Oh, he's going to resource it. I was thinking, like, if Cinta goes and clears Childson, then Devastator is a one-sided board clear. Rico holding a K2 in hand. All right, so we're going to see Snoke. That kills the Cinta. And we're going to see Jar Jar buff the Fleet Lieutenant. I think that's just going to be it. Jar Jar does die immediately, but Fleet Lieutenant now presenting lethal. And that's going to be it. So UncleRico takes game 1. Off the back of some greedy plays by Jarol. Jarol did manage to deal with the Cassian, though. So he's not out of it yet. He just has to have things go a bit better for him. Those A-Wings in space were a real challenge for Jarol. So let's take a look at sideboards here. Jarol, he's got bombing runs. I imagine those are going to come in. He'll deal with some of those potential A-Wings. Probably possibly the 3rd Super Laser Blast as well. Cham and Restock are not going to come in because they're just not for this matchup. Despite being green, Rico is not running any ramp in this one. He's got mostly upgrades in the board here, or a lot of them. 3 Unveiled Might, 3 Sun Ferocity. I could definitely see those come in here, especially the Unveiled Might to protect against all of the weenies that Jarol's playing. Blue Leader is also just a really solid card, and it lines up really well into Dedra if you want to play that game. Spec Force Soldier is also maybe. I could see like Rico bringing in his entire sideboard if he wants. Sun Ferocity, I think, is probably not amazing in this matchup, especially if you're going second. But maybe. But Spec Force Soldier, I mean, knowing that we've seen Childsons like that, could definitely be a play. These two players brought some interesting decks. Rico had Boba Red, like a mono Boba. That's the Boba from Jump to Lightspeed. He had a Dryden Blue deck, which I'm excited to see. And then Jarol also had Sabine Yellow and mono Snoke. So we're in for some potential aggro matches if this is a replay of the finals. All right. Ooh, so Rico's playing this Ahsoka, which is an interesting one. Let me see if we can pull it up. Because it might actually come out this game. Allows you to attack with multiple units. All right, so Jarol is going to be on the initiative this game. Going to play out the Death Star Stormtrooper. Lines up pretty well into the Sabine. I mean, like, Jarol would love to use the Dedra ability here, but I don't think he can. Yeah, no, he's just got a claim here. And then, like, you know, kill the Sabine right away. Because if he decides to use the Dedra, then Rico claims and protects the Sabine with Cassian. There's that Valiant Commando. Let's pull that one up. Never mind. It's just going to get Power of the Dark Sided right away. But it's a fun new one for aggro decks like this. Childson picked up, but only one blue card in hand. That's rough. Here comes the K2. And Dedra's just going to flip here. And Cassian is not dead. Oh, no, it is dead. Never mind. Because card is temporary -1. Dedra does have raid at the moment. So he plays a Childson with 1 experience. Which, I mean, having a ground blocker is important in this matchup. Because it prevents the Sinted Cassian from hitting base. I mean, he does have Overwhelm, but it puts damage on him immediately, which means you can just claim and kill him right away. Here's Poe, and I mean, Jarol might just have to answer him again the same way he did last time by just trading 2 units into him. But then at that point, he can just get down the second Childson and still have a blocker for Cassian. Okay, he's gonna play a Long Pike. He's got a bigger health buffer this time. Maybe he thinks I just don't need this second Childson, or I'll wait until it's more valuable. But I think he is either way just gonna have to. Oh, he's gonna go to base. Interesting. So that's 7 to base. I see he's thinking, like, as long as I've got the Childson up, the Poe attack is not actually that big of a deal. But we are going into 6, and Rico has the initiative for the Cassian to play. Poe is going to go in, kill the Dedra. I mean, that's the risk of the line that he took. But now Jarol does get to go, like, Vigilance, kill the Poe. And then either heal 3 off of his base or just shield that Lompike and have the Lompike trade into, or like eat Cassian next turn with the shield. Okay, he's going to play this one a bit greedy here. I guess he's anticipating. No, I don't know. I'm not sure I like that play. Like, I mean, I get wanting Lompike to have a shield, but if you take the action now to vigilance the Poe, and then that means you're gonna end up taking 2 Cassian hits, most likely. Oh, actually, without Cinta, then maybe it starts to look a bit better. Because now Jarol can vigilance, kill the Poe. Cassian strikes, but then Jarol gets to claim. There's the starship. What's the name of that starship? No, it's just an Abu Royal starship. That's an interesting one. It gives Cassian raid 2 here. So, okay, did Rico just claim there? Interesting. So Rico with initiative. Gonna go Fleet Lieutenant hit for 10 by my math. Yep, 10. So now Jarol's in a rough spot. Because he's got to start dealing with this Cassian. But it means he's going to have to take initiative early at some point. So you can go like Raider, put 2 into Cassian. So now at any point, if Jarol claims Cassian is going to go down. Okay. Perhaps a bit of a misplay there by Rico, because now Jarol can just claim, and then the Cassian dies. Yeah, so he's going to do exactly that. Rio does get to get down Nemakin Sabine here this turn, though, which is pretty strong for him. Now, Jarol can do, because he has the Raider here, the Super Laser Blast is actually kind of looking pretty good. Because he can go Super Laser Blast and be like, you do your Namek thing before I do my Raider thing, and then I can kill your spy token with the Raider. Oh, did he? Looks like he didn't realize he could do that. So now the spy is going to get in for 2 here. So Rico's going to play Cassian from the row, and then I presume also just this Vorkaz, just for some extra burn. Or does he have another thing to smuggle? Yep, just 4 cause. Ooh, that's a miss. So you're only going to get in 3. Now, one thing about this board is that Childson with 6 is really good into it. So we'll see if he can draw another blue card here. He does pick up 2 more blue cards, actually. See Lando in hand. That could be interesting. Could help Jarol get back into this. Let's see. Jar Jar. Jar Jar is actually a really nice pickup here for Rico. Given this Childson. But still, the Childson's going to get value. It's either going to get like both these Jar Jars or it's going to get the spy token here. So he's going to go... Okay, he's going to... Okay, I was thinking Cassian, but yeah, he can just go Jar Jar, both Jar Jars onto the spy. And that gets there. Lompike coming in from Jarol. Oh, he's going to honor sack, not even use the second Jar Jar. That's right. Yeah, you can just do that. Still, I mean, getting the honor sack out of the hand is... You gotta do it eventually. Now let's see if Rico... Rico could just go for these double Jar Jars here. Looks like he's just going to drop one of them. Put 5 in. Savage Opress picked up for Jarol. Let's pull that one up. It's not online yet, but it might be at some point. This is a tough one for Jarol. Can he get out of it? He really got punished pretty hard for letting that spy token stay alive. So he's got a couple lines here. Looks like he's gonna go Lando. Let the Jar Jar capture the Lompike. Gets to heal 6 out of that. Yep, Lando's pretty good. Let's pull up Lando. Actually, he's one of the cards that I'm surprised has not taken on as much in out of set 6. He's really good. So Jarol gonna get the card draw here from the dead draw. Another Jar Jar gonna come down. One thing about this board is that if Jarol decides to Super Laser Blast next, okay, that makes it less likely he's gonna do that. But I was gonna say if he Super Laser Blasted next turn, he would end the thing with a unit on board. All right, there's double A-Wing. For a cause, and the commando picked up. Jarol's in a tough spot. He might be forced to super laser blast here. He might also be forced to like vigilance here, but doesn't feel great either way. Like you can vigilance, clear one of these A-Wings. I know, yeah, he's just gonna go for the blast. Which, if he doesn't die to this for a cause right away, he is pretty good. All right, so now the moment of truth. Is Rico gonna miss? There's one. He's got to hit all four. There's two. There's three. And there's four. So that's it. Rico takes this 1 and 2. So that means this match, this rematch will be the finals. So thank you for tuning in. And remember to always take the initiative.